Well, starting pitchers, you get 14 and 2/3 innings, 23 strikeouts for your earned runs total for both games, combined with Paulie's numbers Friday. That's pretty good.
Yeah, our starting pitching has been tremendous on the weekends there for several weeks, and really just sets the tone and gives us a chance. And you look where we're starting to be able to trust our defense to make really good plays, and we've played excellent defense so far this weekend. And White Cross, I mean, that guy catching his absolute tail off, and I mean, just throwing his body in front of everything and with reckless abandon and just playing with great energy. And when you look at that, and if I'm on the mound and if I'm pitching and I got the trust in my defense that are working hard every day and they're making some really terrific plays, and I got a catcher who's selling out for every pitch and not taking a single pitch off me. He's caught 3 games in less than 24 hours, and you got a guy who's as locked in on the 500th pitch as he was on the first. Gives you a lot of confidence, and those guys are very good too. But confidence and trust are really the foundational pieces of a great winning culture, and that's what I see with our pitchers really developing.
Saul Frank's been a guy who's really struggled with consistency over his career, but I mean, what have these last 2-3 weeks really done for his confidence?
I would have to believe he's really at a different place mentally, emotionally. His stuff's always been excellent, but just how locked in he is and how focused he is and committed. You look at last night. Saul Frank's keeping a chart, and Feynman's helping Coach Parker call pitches, and Gabe Bierman's working with those guys on calling pitches. And at one point, I'm kind of standing there with the coaches, and those 3 guys are really kind of running the game. And it was a really cool moment for me as a coach when your players take control, and they take control of the team, and that's where you want it. You want those guys, because they're the ones out there playing every day. They know what's happening, and you see it's like you don't just get to show up when the game starts. Andrew doesn't just get to show up when it's his time to pitch. His commitment, keeping the chart, his commitment to paying attention to what's going on all the time in the games allows him to go out there and compete with confidence. But you just can't be really good at some things and not everything. And he's allowed himself to be good at everything, which has allowed himself to be good on the mound.
You mentioned Feynman. Can you give us a guess for an ETA for him coming back?
He's feeling a lot better. He's doing well. I do think in the next week to 10 days, there's a chance that we could get him back out there on at least a part-time basis. So he feels really good. We got a lot of ball games left, and White's doing a great job. But I do think he'll be out there in the moderate term future.
You guys are hitting the ball well. Grant Richardson, he's a very special player. How many freshmen have you seen in your career that are special as he is?
I think in my 5 years at Wright State, we had the freshman of the year 3 or 4 times. And so I've seen freshmen come in and be good. I don't know that I've seen freshmen do offensively what he's done. Where you have an arm, you have power stuff. We've had some really good arms. But to be able to handle the day in and day out grind that he does, the expectations that he's earned the right to have to deal with those things, it takes a really mature player, not just a talented player. So I don't know that I've seen a freshman position player. We had Sean Murphy, who's in AAA now, in the big leagues this year at some point probably. But outside of Murph and Grant, I don't think I've seen a freshman position player do what he's done. And you look at him today being able to adjust in the middle of the game. So, it's easy to get off timing, and you guys hear me talk about it all the time, but it's really maybe the most important part of being an offensive player. And I'm talking to Grant, like, Grant, you're not on fastball timing. You're just not. You're getting beat. Pitches that you handle are getting on top of you, and you're expanding the zone to off-speed pitches because you're not on time for a fastball. And he just listens, and he looks at me. He's like, I'll get it done. So he walks up, makes an adjustment, and he gets on fastball timing, and he hits the double. And then he gets on fastball timing his next at bat, and the guy hangs a breaking ball. He's able to settle back into his legs, and he hits a home run. And so there's so much that goes into it, but the ability for a freshman to not be where he wants to be, and then mid-game make an adjustment and be coachable is that's what makes him, I think, unique among the guys that I've coached.
I think Evansville got Mr. Hoosier Matt Lloyd out once today for the whole day.
Yeah, he's remarkable is a perfect word for Matt. He's a terrific player, a terrific worker, an incredible competitor. In his core, in his just woven into the fabric of his being, is an elite competitor, and he doesn't give any pitches away. And he doesn't carry pitch to pitch. He'll have a game where it's maybe not his best. and you just know the next at bat he's going to be back on, and the next day he's going to be back on, and he is very, very good. He is very, very good.
Coach,
You've already used
used 3 of your arms already, and a non-traditional start basically for summer against Purdue. Who are you looking to tomorrow? Is it going to be a bullpen by committee?
Yeah, we'll likely start with Summer to give us a short start and kind of see how he goes. Tommy's always a guy that can give you 5 or 6 and 40 pitches, and then we'll kind of have to work from there. I thought Braden Scott was terrific today. That was for him really electric stuff. When he starts to get back up into the 86, 87, 88 mile an hour range, fastball starts to really jump and beat barrels, and the cutter's a really good pitch for him. So you look at Braden, and hopefully we'll have Lloyd back up, we'll have Manus back up, we'll have Sloan back up. Today, those guys were just sore today, and we're not going to run them out, and so hopefully have those guys back up. And like I told the guys, listen, you're gonna have to give what you got. You're going to have to give what you got on the mound. We're going to have to play really good defense, take care of the ball, and we have to be excellent offensively. You can't give at-bats away in days like tomorrow.
And that's another positive byproduct of getting such good starts. Is that
it really is.
Have to use those guys.
Right. We really are in as good of a position as we could be going into tomorrow in the 4-game set. And I feel good about tomorrow going into it.
Cole Bart kind of struggled today against Evansville. What needs to change from going into this week for him?
I don't think Cole really has to change anything. Cole thumped that ball to left center. He walked 4 times last night. It's kind of the way it goes sometimes. You get a tough call here or there, and you hammer a ball and the wind's blowing in. And I like where Cole's at. He's a hard worker, and I think he'll be fine.
I thought Wyatt and Scotty hit the tough left today too.
Yeah.
Line drive outs.
Yeah, both of them. Wyatt was right there to a 2. They had a good shift on 2 RBI, and Scotty was really good, lined on a couple of times. And that's all you can do. You just have good at bats, hit the ball hard, and that's why that's why hitting is so difficult. You just do everything right, and you come up empty-handed, and sometimes you get a check swing single. So I always tell guys that karma always builds up for the guys that hit balls hard, and you line out, and you're just building up the flare. You're building up for the couple hits, and just keep building positive karma. It'll break for you. It always does.